welcome and thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night. We're gonna do a timeless and collective reading, so whenever it finds you, it's the right time. See what resonates and leave what doesn't. Remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to start with the earth magic today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the opening, most prominent, energetic weather around the collective today? Helpful to have focus on. Please and thank you. Ooh, you gotta celebrate. Look at you dancing. I love that this came through for you guys. Dancing is such a beautiful way to be in the moment, be lost in the moment, to absolutely be in the now. For some of you, you have reason to celebrate. Whether this is something you find out really soon, or it's not even needing a reason to celebrate, to go out and have fun. Maybe some of you are joining a class, a dance class. You're just dancing around your house while you're doing your dishes. This could be an invitation you get to a celebration. I feel like whatever it is, it's bringing this beautiful, vibrant energy of excitement. But right here, you're just kind of dancing by yourself. So I kind of feel like you have some good news coming in and you're kind of like doing the happy dance by yourself. But I also see that there's somebody that you want to call or somebody that you would love to join you. So let's get another one. Let's continue. And then we'll use this as the foundation for the rest of the reading. So tell us a little more about this dance of celebration, because you're possibly receiving an invitation or going to have a really special moment with someone else. Maybe something happens around the new moon. This is somebody fulfilling their promise. This is somebody whose actions match their words. This could be a promise that you are keeping to somebody else. It looks very relaxing. You're just sort of watching the sunset here or the sunrise. You're in somebody's arms, but I kind of feel like there's been this protection because there's a fence here, even though I kind of see that ocean and want to dive in. So maybe there's been somebody protecting you, or you feel protective over someone else. I kind of feel like somebody promised you something a long time ago and it's finally coming to fruition, or something is finally happening. This looks like transition with the sunrise or the sunset, and it does look like something emotional because there's all of that water, but because these two people are sitting comfortably together on the ground, I do feel like this is about an energy that is perhaps now getting grounded. It feels like a beginning, a new beginning. Something where you're really in the moment. Let's get one more. What is one more message that brings a little more clarity or depth to dance and new moon, celebration, and promise? Ancestors and generations. I feel like this is maybe a promise that's going to last for a very long time. With the generations, I also see that you are connecting to different generations. I see acceptance amongst generations. Maybe that's also why you feel like celebrating something. You could be celebrating something with people that aren't exactly in your age group. I know that's weird, but maybe you feel like you're the different one, whether everyone's a lot older than you or you're a lot younger than everyone else, or there's like many different generations all celebrating the same thing together. I feel like whatever this promise is involves happiness that comes about because of acceptance, because of support, because of I mean, with ancestors, I do see that you and someone else are receiving a lot of guidance from spirit guides, ancestors that are in the spiritual realm, and angels, both archangels and guardian angels. Yeah, you got a new perspective coming in. Maybe there's new perspective coming in for you, possibly about a relationship, or maybe a goal that you've achieved, where somebody really had to zoom way out there to see the bigger picture of a whole situation. I feel like somebody that was out of focus before, so maybe that has to do with somebody you're connected to. It could even be soul family, but somebody was kind of maybe had the blinders on, only saw something in their own like little tiny perspective, and I feel like those blinders have been ripped off, but in a very good way, because I feel like it's somebody's heart maybe opening up to truth, or many different people's hearts opening up, because I feel like all of these hands here are helpful. There is a snake here, so maybe it's a total transformation that's happened. It could be even keeping like generational traditions in your life that you love, but maybe releasing karmic cycles that you were the one to break. Because if you have this huge perspective here and you are getting this universal, maybe we'll do a universe card now, this huge spiritual perspective on a situation, even on the big cycles of something. Maybe you saw something, I said somebody, Freudian slipped, in a huge, possibilities kind of perspective, and somebody only saw something how it has always been, kind of in a repeating pattern. That could be just, I'm seeing kind of like a cycle, but a generational taught from one generation to the next kind of cycle. And I feel like you've broken out of that. You've changed something around, but you've kept something that was golden beautiful. I'm also seeing that some of you maybe are looking into your heritage, your lineage, history. And I see that maybe some of you are, I kind of see into like really ancient knowledge, the things that we almost don't even understand now, and can't quite have a grasp on how thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago people understood things that were pretty miraculous. I feel like there's a lot of, I see light bulb, whatever that means. I feel like it's like epiphany, clarity. That's like one after another, like turning on, like really big light bulbs. So maybe this is within you, within someone else, or other people are suddenly having an epiphany on something they just didn't see before, but are recognizing now. I'm not sure what that is. We're going to clarify everything. That was a lot to get from this. So I did see, I brought this. So let's do this. I wasn't sure if this would work through. I never really do. I just sort of go to my shelves and randomly see what twinkles and pull it out, but this is the Creativity Oracle. I want to pull just one on that perspective, the Milky Way. I just thought of Milky Chance. That's a good band. I want you by my side. Want you by my side, so that I'll never be alone again. I can't get the name of that song, but I love that song. It's like that weird little upbeat. So let's get a clarity card on Milky Way. I think there's a garbage song called Milk. I can't hear it though. What is one creativity message on perspective? Seed. That's a really good perspective to have. Maybe you've already planted many seeds, because seeds have the potential to grow deep roots. They bring abundance in your life. I feel like the seed is the ideas I saw. Light bulb, seed, but you have to take that idea, that light bulb moment, and you have to plant it in the ground, in a foundation, so it can have growth. Having the intention to grow like a seed and bloom is at the heart of creativity. So you are blooming, you are growing, you are unfolding. You also have a little peacock feather here, a butterfly, and a little cupid. So maybe this is about a love that is blooming. The peacock feather I see as both eyes. So that would be seeing something through a different perspective, but maybe through a spiritual lens, because it's not even a typical peacock feather color. It's pink. So maybe it's even a little rose-colored glasses, but a filter of love. Seeing the bright side of something. You have a purple butterfly. I see like I don't know why I see a loving heart or a opportune situation that involves getting to open your heart. This is you wanting to grow. Maybe that's also a reason to celebrate. Maybe this is a growth you have with another individual. But this could be growing out of certain patterns or habits, but also gaining wisdom and spiritual elevation to fly instead of crawling around like a snake or a caterpillar, shedding old skin, becoming something new. 15. Yeah, maybe it is releasing old anything that was constraining or constricting before. Maybe you were constricting yourself, stopping yourself from all of the abundance and growth you could possibly have. I feel like you're putting energy into something, those ideas. So let's continue. You do have Cupid there. So should we do love? Yeah, let's do love. Let's do one from, I did bring this I haven't used in a really long time. It's called the Mystic Red Rose Oracle. Let's start with one on this promise. This could also be a promise you are keeping to yourself. Maybe you are keeping to yourself, but I meant like a promise you made to yourself that you are keeping up with. But maybe it is a promise that, or an idea or a path that you are holding on to for now, waiting for the right space, foundation, environment, or weather, energy to plant that seed. I don't think it's just one seed. I think it's many. What is another message? Please and thank you. You have a mirror, self-reflection. Maybe it is a promise you made to yourself. Maybe you're having some deep healing on some inner wounds, childhood wounds, generational wounds. I I just get that you're feeling a lot better about something that maybe kept you down, but that could be somebody else too. This is beautiful. It's introspection, it's self-reflection, and you could also be mirroring somebody else. So it is possible that even if somebody has a totally different perspective than you because of perhaps a different way of growing up, different family values, differences in whatever, there's still something about your growth and your blossoming and your healing and your movement that is mirroring somebody else. Because just think of a mirror. I mean, it's the same reflection and yet it's opposite. So it could be what one person has, the other lacks, and vice versa. But that would bring a very beautiful balance. Also, once you have self-reflection and you have that inner acknowledgement on something that needs to change, that's where all the changes start. That's really beautiful. So I like that. Let's continue. I want to bounce though. I said something about the universe, right? Let's do a universe card. What is a message from the universe to be helpful right now? Please and thank you. One message from the universe. And I keep staring at that neon deck, so maybe we'll do a neon one. What message does the universe have for the collective today? If you find yourself constantly seeing reoccurring numbers or words, it is a sign that you are being supported, cared for. I feel like that's what I saw with your angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors, that you're being shown signs along this path. How to evolve, how to change, giving you new perspective along the way, helping you have a new reflection on things you maybe didn't see in that mirror before. So whatever number you keep seeing, the only one here is 15. Maybe we'll do a number, we'll do an angel number for you. It is a sign that you're being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. Beautiful things are about to happen for you. Maybe that's also a promise that is coming in, and reason to be in gratitude and celebration today. Let's get you an angel number. I have it? I do. Oh, I'm happy I pulled this one out. I actually haven't had the angel number on the table in a while. Didn't I say something about 15? We do a 15 here. That is 1515. Let's take this and I'll pull another one for you. So maybe one of the numbers you have is 1515. Now you have 151515. That's 3 times. Wow, that's a good one. You have a big break. That would be a reason to go out and celebrate. Innovation, that's sort of what I saw with all those light bulb moments. It's also where you're looking at something through a totally different perspective. You have a newfound focus. It's creation, it's progress, it's forward movement, skills, and goals. That's kind of like the intention of having that beautiful seed and it blooming and growing. An opportunity, help, extra cash. Hey, that's pretty good. You got some extra cash coming in. Or other support. You do have all these hands I saw support with. Are coming your way. So keep going, and hey, have fun when performing your tasks. Whatever you're doing. You know, even if you're doing the dishes, put on a good song and dance around. If you're, on a long journey, a road trip, put on some kind of podcast or something where you're going down the rabbit hole of awesome knowledge or education or something really interesting to you that you get to do along that journey. I'm also seeing that whatever you're being creative with or seeds that you are planting, you're really into, you're actually creating wealth for future generations ahead, especially if you have children, your children's children, and or if you don't have children, you are just inspiring people of many different generations somehow, maybe by pure example, what you're working on, what you're growing, what your harvest is going to be, by your unique perspective. Keep going, have fun when performing your tasks. The most tremendous successes come from passion. All efforts will be rewarded. Big time. You're going to get big time rewarded for anything that you do with passion. So what do you get excited about? Start there. Follow that joy. We're going to keep this because you do have that. It said something about repeating numbers. So let's get you one more and see what another message from the angel number oracle is. What's another message or another angel number that would be helpful today? Ooh, that one. 0808. That brings you from a 15 to a 16. Also, an 8 is it's like, you know, it's like infinity, cycles. Also the number of abundance and power. This says to keep going, and this says that you're going to have swift action. It's also wealth, empathy, promises. Interesting. You got promise. Now you have a promise times 2. Maybe that's a word you see: commitment, affection, inner strength, and auspicious outcomes. You do have a big break coming here. So you will enter a time of expansion. I mean, you're definitely expanding here. A time of expansion. So begin taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective. So this is just your seed. You might have this huge objective, but you got to do it one seed at a time, bird by bird. You know, even addressing one situation at a time that you can release or change or grow from or out of or because of. And your finances are going to not just improve, miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Ooh, so somebody is thinking about you. You are mirroring somebody. So if you are thinking about a certain person that is mirroring you, they are thinking about you too. Maybe even 8, 15. But the 15 takes you to a 6. So it could be 6, 6, a 12. I am getting both, that this could be somebody you mirror when it comes to business, even though this feels like love. I feel like with this mindset on you, somebody has you in their mind for a specific job or offer, or to work on a project, perhaps even something in, like, I don't know, around a party, around a gathering. I mean, you have celebration here. Maybe you entertain, or you do something that's in the entertainment world. I kind of see something different though. You could be decorating, you could be a coordinator, you could be the one that calls people up, a promoter. Maybe it's about calling the right person up, opening up that door. But I see those different things you can have at festivals and or even a wedding. I just thought of the photo booth thing that they have in a wedding. I know that's really weird. But I looked at this and I saw a feather boa instead of a boa constrictor. And even this, she's got those pearls on. And I just thought of a specific wedding I went to, and they had all of these like things to dress up they had like feather boas and different costumes and whatever. And the photo, I mean, it was a wedding. The photo booth was free, but you got the actual old time, you know, black and white, pops out of the machine kind of photos. But you could dress up and do like fun things. Maybe that's an idea for somebody for a, oh yeah, it is, because it gave me goosies, for some kind of business. Maybe it's even connecting to readings, or I just see auras now. Maybe you can read auras. Maybe it's one of those things that actually reads your aura and takes a picture. They're very expensive, but there's not that many of them. So I will put that out there. I don't know why with this, I just saw maracas. Maybe it's something about rhythm, or you play like a rhythm instrument, or it's somebody you could even meet at a celebration. I am kind of seeing a wedding now, especially with that generations. It just makes me think of like when you see the dance floor and you have like grandma and grandpa over there, and then you have the little kids over there, and everyone's kind of doing their own thing to a dance. So maybe some of you are going to a party, a wedding, a reunion, a birthday party. Interesting. Let's continue. There's definitely different messages that came through today. I said something about this one, right? So let's get at least one message from the clarifying love situations, because you do have somebody looking at, you know, somebody has you on their mind. They're thinking about you. I feel like they're thinking about your energy. I also feel like there's an interesting or unusual perspective that you have had a conversation with someone about, and you shined a light on something going on possibly in their life to see something in a way they just never even thought of. And I feel like maybe for some of you, maybe there wasn't immediate growth with that situation, but you planted a beautiful little seed of wisdom and inspiration in someone's life. And perhaps it took some inner reflection at first here, but I feel like that epiphany, that light bulb is going to go off, and maybe somebody is going to suddenly like step back into action. Maybe this is a new promise, or maybe it's action towards a promise that was maybe even made and never kept. I just heard a rain date that never happened. I don't know what that means. Maybe somebody promised to, you know, come through on something they couldn't come through on and never came through again. I feel like that would be a little annoying, but I don't feel like you're harping on anything or overly attentive about it. I do think it's something that is going to, maybe it says reoccurring. I feel like it is something that's going to maybe come back, but with a healing energy. I hope that made sense. Let's just get one from the clarifying love situations. What would be helpful to know? Overall message on love, helpful to hear today, please and thank you. Okay, so this fell. I always consider if something jumps out but goes back, like turns around, that it's probably something hidden. You do have somebody fulfilling their promise. Maybe something was under, you know, locked down, or I still see that's like a protective thing. Somebody was maybe shut away behind a closed locked door, or something happened behind a locked door, or you had to lock a door. But this is somebody coming in your life where they have the perfect key that fits the perfect lock. It's like that puzzle piece thing, heart and key. you have the perspective or the energy or the right even vibration that you mirror somebody where they suddenly open up, or maybe even open up slowly. It's telling you it's safe to love, because this is you and someone else not just mirroring each other, but complementing one another. That's when it's like the opposite that works kind of thing. It's someone easy to love. It's meeting the one. It's a perfect match. It's like imperfectly perfect. And it's open to love. That's a really, really nice message, guys. So maybe for some of you, if that is not somebody you are thinking about, for some of you, it could be business. You know, if you have a business partner, you just sort of fit together. But I am mostly getting love, romance, a relationship. For some of you, this could be somebody new coming in your life, giving you reason to celebrate. It's going to last for generations to come. It's almost like your heart knew right away that you would, I don't know, make some pretty important promises to somebody. Maybe you see this person's birthday or hear their name. Beautiful things are about to happen to you. I would say that's pretty beautiful. Even if you mirror each other and you mirror maybe some weird aspects, because when you have somebody you're growing with, it doesn't mean it's always like rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes you mirror something that's a deep facet in you that needs healing. But I'm still getting that even if there's something deep that needed to be healed, you have somebody fully accepting that it's still beautiful. I'm getting that it's a personal choice to change, to be better, to grow. I like the messages today. They feel very powerful. I brought a different tarot deck. I think we should use it. This is the Wildwood. I think I have two different versions of this. This is not one I put together with the two decks, though. But I think I think the first version that I had, Vinny ate. And my bird. I think there are a bunch of cards that had little bird beak holes in them, so I just bought another one. So let's just pull and see what comes through. What are some messages on dance, new moon, seed, ancestors, perspective, Milky Way, heart and key, mirror, swift action, a big break, and beautiful things are coming to you, about to happen. You are being supported and cared for and divinely protected. So if anything was locked away, you were protected away from a situation. Clarity, please, and thank you. You got the Magician. In this one, it's special because I said something about you connecting to ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom. I feel like that's in you. And I feel like you've almost had this seed in your soul, and that is giving me goosies, guys. You've had this seed in your soul of something you've gained knowledge with, or you went through in another lifetime. Who knows how many thousands of years ago? Who knows what universe you were in? But it's in you. This seed, this potential, this wisdom, this gift. And there's something being awakened. And it has something to do with ancient knowledge and wisdom, but it's not just that, it's healing. You have a shaman. I love how the Magician in this is the shaman. I'm also, I know this is kind of different message, but whether you are a masculine or a feminine, I just got a really big message. I'm sort of getting that you had maybe not in the ancient times, but maybe not that long ago, a couple hundred years ago, when things were really weird, where if you had an herb garden, you were looked upon as being, you know, evil. Or if you were blessed with spiritual gifts, connection to God. I just thought of like Joan of Arc, you know, like tapped into divine inspiration, divine knowledge, divine wisdom. And there's, you know, that was at a really weird time where that wasn't, it was accepted from some, but there were a lot others that were maybe scared of that gift or jealous of that gift or turned something around to be wrong when it wasn't, because it just was not, it was misunderstood. There was like a time where that knowledge, that connection to earth, that as above so below, was lost, even though the gift to be tapped in is not something that is really ever lost, but it has to be practiced. It has to be like allowed. I think we're at a time now where it's starting to be understood again, where you can celebrate having that direct connection to God and source, where before you were kind of weird. And I'm even seeing with that Joan of Arc there, whether you are masculine or feminine, I feel like there was lifetimes or time where you were heavily persecuted for just connecting to God, for actually getting divine wisdom, and the wrong people were in charge, or someone didn't get that, and that was maybe something like, as a, you mean, I have this inner wounds, that's a big one, and that could have, you know, stopped you at some point from expressing your truth or connecting to that divine energy, because somewhere in your soul you felt that, you know, that got you in trouble in the past. I feel like if this is something that's being unlocked in you now, and you are being blessed with these gifts that are coming back, and you kind of know it was there all along. I'm going to say for a lot of you, you felt that truth as a kid, but maybe put this block on something, maybe because of what you were taught, or you were a little nervous on how you would be perceived with family members, with friends, especially if you were the one that was unusual. And I feel like you are going to have this, not just big break, but you're going to have this like spiritual evolution really grow in your life. And I am seeing you're connecting to someone else that's going to go through the same thing. Maybe you sort of came out of, you know, that cocoon a little faster than someone else, but I feel like there's somebody else that had that same fiery seed of passion and potential in there for a long time. You got the shaman, that's manifestation, it's creation. But I'm seeing with this, it's healing in you. It's this deep inner strength and inner knowing, almost like the high priestess, but it tells you here, all of these messages are telling you to take action. It's a time of expansion, achievement, financial success, miraculous improvements. You're getting extra cash, extra guidance, extra protection, tremendous success, rewards that are coming your way. It's telling you it's safe to love yourself, to love someone else, to love what you're doing. And I kind of feel like, especially with this Ancestors card, it's you're getting help because you're the one that can do it. Because you're the one that's special somehow. You're the one that's at the perfect time with the perfect gifts, you know, in the right flow, because everything's a flow. It's not just everything's given to you, here you go. No, it's a process. And sometimes when you have the strongest spiritual gifts and or blessings that come in, it doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes because you went through that opposite, the mirror. You saw, you know, a whole other perspective. Because on earth here, it's like a school, and it's duality, it's dichotomy, it's, you know, light and dark, black and white. It's extremes and opposites. But this is having true wisdom with the authenticity of connecting to spirit without the ego. Ego is important if it's that strength, if it's believing in yourself, if it's your truth, but it's not the selfish desire of want. Because if you put that energy in there, now you're pulling the wool over your own eyes. You're blocking your own truth. You're blocking the blessings. And you're trying to manipulate energy to work out for this specific thing to happen, rather than having that goal or that focus that you know is there in that inner truth, but also that complete allowance and trust that it's going to turn out with the biggest blessings for everybody. Whew, that was a lot. Look at you, shaman. I feel like you have actually literally been a shaman, and not just once or twice. Like done something even with initiations. Maybe even some of you couldn't, I'm getting like interpret dreams. You understand, there's something with understanding the earth though. There's something with your connection to earth and cycles and maybe even plants. You see beyond the smoke and the mirrors. What else? Clarify the magician or the shaman. One. Did I even really show you that? I think I did. This is one of those readings where I'm just getting like download after download. Wow. You have the shaman, you have the shaman, and now the green woman. You have Mama Nature. I just said something about connecting to the earth. Well, there you go. You also have a beautiful, interesting balance between masculine and feminine. Look at this cauldron. You do have something with this ancient symbol here, where you are about to birth something. You have, I'm getting even elementals around you, the right help around you. You're like a tree. It's like this tree is branching out, blossoming and blooming from your head. I said something before about a feather boa. She kind of looks like she's wearing like a, but it's not really feathers. It's like a leaf, you know, vibrant, mossy boa. But she has this metal. There's something about Egypt or Greece or India or even like, it looks like a shield, like even like Vikings. Maybe you connect to the Nordic cultures. I'm even seeing something, I don't know, I don't know why I looked at this and I thought of Easter Island or something kind of tribal. Maybe even Hawaii. I see Thailand. I see Tibet. And I see Mongolia. They're all so specific, and I think I just went all over the place. The green woman is like the Empress. You have the capacity to be there for generations, to be with anything, you know, a relationship, yourself, others, as something grows, to have that beautiful high vibration of feminine energy that's connected to divinity, that just understands things that are maybe inexplainable. It's that feminine energy, that divine goddess energy that just had that knowing that connects to the ethereal realm. The green woman. I'm getting a lot of creativity with that. Healing, reflection. You do have the mirror here. I'm kind of seeing that. I don't know, there's a weird phrase that has something to do with you can't see the reflection clear in either boiling water or even when it's raining. So maybe there had to be a cleanse, or there was even something that you are almost like you had a little anger about, especially if you weren't understood, confusion about. Something is going to clear. You're going to see this beautiful reflective surface. I kind of pushed that off. I think we need to take it. Oh yeah, you have the journey. You have all big cards. This is death. So now you have 13, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1, 3. Huh. Well, didn't we just have that message about repeating numbers? So you have 15. Now you have 13, 13. Maybe a Scorpio energy. Also, the shaman is, it's usually a Virgo / Gemini energy. So maybe it's Mercury, because that connects those two signs together. Maybe it's about communication. Maybe you are now confident with communication about something you are manifesting and nurturing, allowing in. Make sure with this beautiful green woman, you go with the flow of nature and cycles, not against it. Work in harmony with nature, and part of that is nurturing and taking care of yourself. If that, you know, you want to, let's just pretend that's a big old pot of stew or soup, and it's something she made and she wants to share it, but if she never put all those seeds or those ingredients in something, she can't arrive with an empty, you know, bowl. But I guess there's also something, it's not overindulgence. You have to have that energy where you give yourself just enough, but you also have so much you can share. Here you got to let something go. There's something about the old you. What did I see with that snake? The snake sheds its skin. It sheds things that were impure. You know, the old version of what you were. And the snake doesn't look at that weird old skin on the ground and say, oh man, that skin used to fit me so well. I think I'm going to try to get back in it. It doesn't fit you anymore. So you do have to let something go. Death is the complete release of an old cycle that is just done. I think that's whatever you've healed with that generational thing, and you are allowing something to come to light. You're heading towards illumination. This is the energy for me of thriving. I just looked at that at 4747. So talk about repeat numbers. Maybe those are some for you. This is where you thrive, where you recognize that, like being in this dance, being in that moment, today is the day you're here. Today is the day you get to have, that you were on, that you were gifted. So what can you unlock that you've kept locked away for a long time? What can you plant today that you've been sitting on? What can you create that you already have the right ingredients for to make? Because this shaman already has everything he or she needs to begin. This is having all the tools you need right there. All the gifts already inside of you. All of the people that can help you. And if you are releasing any people or situations that are not helping in your growth, you're releasing those here. Upside down, it's no matter what you recognize or don't, it is something that is done. But you keep focusing on what the done part is and not what the do or get to or going to or, you know, journey ahead is. What's at the bottom? Let's look. I kind of want to look what's at the bottom, but I just heard shuffle, so I'm not going to look. Let's shuffle and then put it over here so I don't look. Once I see a card, I start to get all the messages. Let's just see what's at the bottom. I just heard 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a page of vessels. Look at this little otter. I love otters. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're very playful. They're very fun. It's on the land. It is grounded, but they love the water. They love to dive into an emotional situation. This is a little love call you're getting. Maybe that's something that plants the seed. Maybe this is opening up your heart to loving the right person, loving again, loving yourself. This is also whatever I said before, where you have the intuitive downloads that just kind of come through. It's like a little growth spurt that's happening. And that's not, it doesn't have to be the first time. You could have been really in tune from the time you were a child. But there's usually pinnacle moments where all of a sudden it's like you skipped a couple grades. You know, it comes all of a sudden, and sometimes that's a lot. So I kind of feel like this is you. If you're mirroring somebody else tapping into intuitive messages, following it, going with the flow, having the strength to go against the grain, upriver, upstream if you need to. But this is where you have to get past that page's energy and experience more. You have to dive in like the night to have a moment. I feel like I just saw my camera go down really low to like 5%. I gotta plug you in. I'm gonna pause you, hold on. So maybe some of you are about to fall in love. Express your love. Somebody's going to express their love. Allow something to unfold. It's the energy of playfulness, youthfulness, vibrancy, energy, potential. Sometimes feeling like you're a little bit taken aback because you feel a little bit out of place. Have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in somebody else. Have confidence that maybe others will come around. Celebrate each moment you get to have. I hear like each night like it's your last, each day like it's your last. You have that energy of death, you know? It's just having so much gratitude that you get to be here now. I see something about this lifetime you have being very special, but I don't think it's been easy. But I think it's gonna get better, like amazing over here. I want to pull some cards from the. I want to pull some cards. I'm a mess here. Let me put some of these kind of in order so you can sort of see the cards, and then I'm gonna pull from the mystery deck because I like how that lately is kind of clarifying everything that came through. So mystery messages, overall clarity on page of vessels, the otter. I'm gonna find a little otter video, and I looked at that and I just thought of celebration. Celebrate good times, come on, let's celebrate. I actually just saw this and I thought of the Roots Seed 2.0. That's a great song. I love the beat of it. Anything else? My Generation. I can't think of who sings that. Is it the Who? The Key makes me think of the Black Keys. The Black Crows. I have some playlists. Interesting. And with the new moon, I just think of To the Moon and Back by Savage Garden. Also maybe Moondance, Van Morrison. And I thought of Moon River. There's like a water or river there. I think that's from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Maybe the name Tiffany, Terrence, Ingrid, Gertrude, Igor, Elaine, I don't know, I'm getting an M-A, almost like Matisse, or I'm getting a name and it's not, I don't think it's in a language I know. Metziago, is that a name? I don't know, but I just thought of that Matsiatsu, or that one singer. Marigold, Mary, Nina. Ooh, I'll put a Nina Simone song. Jessica. I think that came through in another reading. I just thought of Nora again. Dee Dee, Penelope, and Sandra. Okay, so there's some names. I feel like a lot of them were feminine names. Danny. I guess that's both. Sam, that's both. Maybe I'm getting like androgynous names. That's all I got. It just went blank. So we're gonna go with those. All right. What are some mystery messages? I never know when names are gonna come in. They always come like they kind of flood in all together, and they always feel so random. I keep hearing that part of the seed. Dun, 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 dun. Not place to go. It's like a rap. I'm not gonna do that and embarrass myself. All right, let's get some final messages. Well, this is good. Somebody's finally off the fence. If somebody was on the fence, they're now doing a beautiful little dance here. Made a decision, diving in the water, putting the key in the lock, fulfilling a promise, taking swift action, gaining new perspective. I don't know how long somebody was on the fence or how long you were off on that fence, but it's time to get off the fence and start to do. Start to move, start to go on that journey. Is that what that says? Yeah. I just thought of the band Journey. Holding on too tight. That could be somebody holding on to something that is done too tight, or holding on too tight on how something has to have a specific outcome. You have to have that allowance to let go. Maybe somebody was holding on that fence way too tight, perhaps not making a decision. It's like they had the beautiful seed in their hand and they didn't know what to do with it. It's time to plant that seed. I'm just getting, with all that spiritual energy, it's about letting go, not holding on. Yeah, maybe somebody was holding on to something because they were afraid of being judged, or they were always judged in their life. This has come through a couple times lately, and it's a very big message. It's also something that I feel like somebody has gained a new perspective on, because if somebody's conditioned, it's a learned behavior. And if somebody always tried to make others happy because of their actions or what they did, or you know, trying to fulfill somebody else's perspective instead of having that inner reflection on their own truth. They're always seeking the validation out there instead of just being secure with it inside. I feel like this is one of those big changes that has occurred, maybe in your life, maybe in somebody else's life, or maybe you are the one helping others break that mold of, you know, I feel like it's like wrong guidance. I feel like there's something about you, and I like how unusual this one is, where you've almost given others confidence and I would say like, what am I thinking? Like the A-OK? Like the okay that it's okay to just be who they are, to be themselves, not have to wear a mask, not have to have anyone outside give them permission to be who they want to be, to grow how they are meant to grow, to celebrate what they want to celebrate, take action where they know in like deeply in their soul they should take action upon. Good luck is coming fast. The big break, wealth, finances miraculously improving. Somebody has their mind and heart set on you. That's really nice. I like that good luck is coming through fast. I feel like fast changes are about to happen. I love that this message just came through. You are being reminded, if you are sitting on the fence, if you are at a celebration, whether it's just, you know, you by yourself, you with one other person, you in a big group, you at a wedding, don't be the party pooper. Get out there and dance. Get out there and try, you know, unlock something that's that deep potential in you, something you love to do, something that you're going to grow, you know, tremendously on. Maybe this is even you telling that to somebody else, like, dude, don't be a party pooper, come on. Let's do this. I feel like that's kind of cheeky that you do it, accepting and inspirational, because I feel like even if there's somebody who like they're like, no, I don't dance, I'm staying here, and they refuse, you're like, okay, you're lost, and you get up there and you just do your thing. I feel like eventually somebody's going to be inspired to get up and do something. I love that you have celebration first and dance, and then you don't be a party pooper. Maybe it's showing up. You have the invitation, maybe it's time to get out there. And with this huge spiritual perspective, maybe you have to give something another try. Whatever that is. It could be in a different environment with a different person, you know, a different project, or it could be a redo on whatever you were working on or you did give a try to before. All you have to do is look at it with a new set of eyes. Give it another try. The magician, the shaman, not afraid to do it as many times as needed until it works. So I hope you guys are enjoying the reading today. It's kind of a big one, and I don't know why I'm still shuffling. I feel like this came through the last reading. Maybe that's why. First name you think of. This keeps wanting to jump out for you. Is that somebody you want to give something another try with? Is that somebody who helped shift your perspective? Is that somebody who was a party pooper or told you you were one? Is that someone who had this amazing inner knowledge and perspective on connecting to cycles and earth? Is that somebody whose birthday or name came up or you're thinking on? Is that somebody you're holding on to too tightly? Is that someone you're on the fence with? Is that somebody that you want to make a promise to or promised you something? Is that someone that helped plant this beautiful seed of potential and growth in your life? Is that somebody you are mirroring? Is that someone you are going to mirror? Is that someone that has this beautiful energy like a four-leaf clover, where maybe meeting them or getting to meet them feels like it changes everything? With this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here today. I hope this reading was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.